Hello everyone, this is Kiran, founder of the Kiran Academy. As usual, we are taking these interviews. Today's interview is for testing, and candidate is from different institute, Naresh IT Solutions from Hyderabad. That's good institute. We are going to evaluate this candidate on the basis of manual testing, then automation testing, and Java, mix of everything. A lot of people were demanding for testing mock interview, so we brought in. Uh, there are plenty of interviews still in the pipeline, which will be getting published as soon as possible. So let's start without wasting much time in this. So this is Gajanan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Welcome for interview. Okay. So Gajanan, can you tell me about yourself?
Hi, myself Gajanan. I am from Parbhani, Maharashtra. I completed my graduation from UNMQ Parbhani, and then I joined Naresh IT, and I am doing testing course on that platform. And then I will come to Pune. Recently, I am reside at Karvenagar, Pune.
Okay. Which college you did?
VNMKV Parbhani. VNMKV Parbhani.
It is Krishi College, Agri College?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you are BSc Agri, right?
Yes, yes.
Good, great. So it's really good moment if you can answer my questions. Lot of our audience will also get confidence that BSc Agriculture also can enter into the IT field, right?
Yes.
If you can do, everybody can do. Correct, na?
No, it is not possible. Where there is a lot of technical knowledge you required about computer programming, and lot of stuff is there happening. Initial stage, I quite get nervous. Why I choosing this faculty, and why was so many headache, so many painful things happening with me. But then literally, I gradually moved to the IT faculty.
Yes, I understand.
It is not a practically. It is just saying it is not possible. Then,
but you made it possible, na? You're understanding thing. At least you're dreaming for IT job, right? So it's not a joke or something, but you tried best, or you're trying best. That will also I'll say.
Try, but don't cry.
Yeah, the same thing applies to you, and you did it. So my basic thing is what I'm saying is BSc Agriculture, which is very non-IT background. You learned testing, and you are trying to give answers, and you are showing that confidence to come on my platform about on this YouTube. There are a lot of interviews I'm taking, so that's really great. So let's start. I got to know about yourself now, starting with basic Java first. Okay,
Yes.
then we'll move on to Java, then manual, then I'll take you to the Selenium. Can you explain OOPS concepts in Java?
Yes.
Yeah.
OOPS is object-oriented programming. Java is object-oriented programming language. And then there is a 4 pillars in OOPS: inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. The inheritance is acquiring parent class properties into the child class is known as inheritance. Inheritance is possible due to extend keywords. If a class A extend class B properties, then all the properties present in a class A can be inherited to class B. It is inheritance. Inheritance have type multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. These are the types of inheritance. Then another one is encapsulation. Encapsulation is wrapping up data and member function into a single unit. Is known as encapsulation. Encapsulation is the best example is a class. We can bind the objects methods into the class is known as encapsulation. And another one is a polymorphism. The polymorphism is any object which you can define with another form is known as multiple form is known as polymorphism. Just like a person in a class behave like a student, person in a market behave like a customer, person in a any school behave like a student, just like that. Polymorphism has two types: runtime polymorphism and compile time polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism is known as also as object method overriding. It is the same method name, but having in different classes, and the relationship between these classes is a parent child. It's known as method overriding and method overloading.
Okay, I'm good. It is too long answer. Okay, and really good. I like your confidence and your hard work speaks here. Okay, you know everything about this object-oriented concept. But my suggestion would be there.
Mm.
Is that okay if I give suggestions?
Yes.
Be slow while talking.
Okay.
Give pauses like encapsulation. This is what the encapsulation. Let's understand what is inheritance. Speak like that.
Okay.
Okay, means there should be break, pause, getting point, and it should not look like you by-hearted this. Okay, being a testing person, at least this basic should be very smooth. You got my point?
Yes.
Because this is a
Yes.
basic question, and they are expecting you to give testing answers.
Mm.
But this is some little basic core Java I asked, right? So this should be very smooth. Only small finishing is needed. Okay, will be done. Don't worry. Now let's start with some testing questions.
Okay.
What is difference between manual and automation testing?
Manual testing is performed by the human intervention, just like manually we doing clickable actions, and with the help of manual we perform certain actions on and decide the application is suitable or not, is known as manual testing. And hence we go into automation, then we perform these actions performed by certain tasks by automating using tools like Selenium, Cypress, and other Playwright. These tools are used for automation without human intervention. We write a certain type of code and perform actions on web page. This is an automation testing.
Any more difference? See, in
Manual
such
testing is manual testing is not required any type of special knowledge, and automation testing required you are knowing about programming knowledge, language, and tools knowledge. Manual testing is require large man for humans, or but automation testing requires technical peoples.
okay. Oh, can you explain me test cases? How to write test cases? What is test cases?
Test cases are the documents which we can write as a tester. Uh, just like any defect is occurred, then we report the defect in our test cases.
Okay. Okay. What is test plan?
Test plan.
No worries. You can say, sir, I don't know.
Know.
I'll read again and I'll come back. Like that
Okay,
should be answered. No problem. If you are a fresher, right? So when you are a fresher now, that time you can directly say, sir, sorry to say, but I didn't know this answer. So can you go ahead with the next question? No problem. Okay. So test plan. See, reality is test plan is not created by freshers in organization. Test plan is created by architects, your managers and all. Okay. So even though you say no for this question, no problem. Okay. Next move. What is regression testing?
Regression testing is a testing performed on when any application is updated or modified. Then we perform regression testing to check the unchanged part of the application is stable or not. This testing is known as regression testing.
Okay. Can we do regression testing manually?
Yes, we can do it by manually.
Can we do regression testing with the automation?
Yes, we can do.
So regression testing nowhere related to manual or automation, right? We can do anyway. Okay. Automation can be done in Selenium, okay?
Yes, yes.
And Selenium requires which language?
Selenium support multiple languages: Ruby, Python, or Java, JavaScript. It is advantages of Selenium. It can support the large language support.
So you are comfortable in which language?
Java.
Java. Okay, good, great. Where the most scope is in Java Selenium or Python Selenium? What do you think? What's your view?
When I start preparing for this, then Java Selenium is in a trend, and Java is a very simple language. Everyone is choosing Java because it is easy to learn, easy to understand. But now trend in market is Python with Selenium, and most demand I apply for many application sites. Then there is a Python Selenium is a requirement is mandatory.
Okay, so you mean to say Java Selenium there are no openings?
No, yes, there is a lot of opening, but applications are more. Applicants
competition
are
is more.
Competition is more in market now.
Yeah, okay. So always understand, grass is always green on other side. Okay. So what you have, we don't see that many a times, and it looks like others are doing great. Okay. So that happens. So don't worry. Java Selenium huge market. Huge scope. Only you need to crack. Okay.
Okay.
Let's move to Selenium more now. WebDriver is the interface or class?
WebDriver is interface.
Okay. Firefox driver is a interface or class?
Firefox driver is a class.
It's a class. Okay. Okay. Next is, what is the superclass of Firefox driver?
Remote WebDriver.
Correct. Remote web driver. What is the difference between Chrome driver and Firefox driver?
No sir, I not know.
Don't know.
Chrome is developed by Google organization, and Firefox is based on Microsoft, I think.
Okay, so keep it simple, na? Chrome driver is used for opening a Chrome browser, whereas Firefox driver is used for
Mozilla Firefox.
simple. This is the first answer, right?
Yeah.
No worries. Both are subclasses of
Remote WebDriver.
remote web driver. Okay, good, great. Next, my question would be, what is TestNG?
TestNG is a unit plugin, which is help to
Unit plugin?
unit framework.
Okay.
Unit framework which is help Selenium to generate reports. Selenium does not support for report generation. When you using TestNG, then the report generation and these things are happening. When we want to grouping the test cases, then the TestNG help. It is a framework.
Which annotations you know in TestNG?
@ before class, @ before after class, before suit, after suit, before method, after method, and @test, @data provider, such type of annotation.
Why to use @data provider?
Data provider is providing data to the methods.
Methods?
Methods.
Okay, those methods are test cases?
Yes, those are methods.
How to identify test cases in TestNG?
Test cases, @test annotation.
Test
annotation.
Okay. @test is Selenium annotation or TestNG annotation?
TestNG annotation.
TestNG. Okay. Which XML is responsible for running test cases?
Test cases.
In TestNG?
Which
XML is responsible for executing all the test cases in TestNG?
XML. There is absolute XML. No, sir.
TestNG.xml. There is a file, right?
Right.
There you write the classes. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So just keep it in mind, because at start you said you did TestNG very well, right?
Yes.
So no question should left, right?
Okay.
Everything you should know. In such cases, what happens? Even if you don't know anything, that will get overridden, no problem. Interviewer will be more happy, right? Yeah, go ahead. What you are saying?
Sometimes we get nervous.
Yeah, that happens. Being a fresher, that happens. Which medium you had in your primary school? First to fourth?
First to fourth, we go to Marathi mediums.
Marathi medium, full Marathi.
Full Marathi.
Okay, and fifth?
Marathi is our mother tongue.
Our mother tongue. Fifth, sixth, seventh?
Fifth, sixth, seventh. Then up to the sixth class, we going to the Marathi medium. Then
full Marathi.
And then
Itihas, Bhugol, everything Marathi.
Then we choose for semi, because English is important.
From 8th class. Semi-English.
From 6th class.
Semi-English.
But there is also a lot of problem in English.
Because English meaning is again in English. If any word you are finding in dictionary, then meaning also written in English. Then
we going to the semi medium, and
8, 9, 10 was fully English?
No. 8, 9, 10 is semi medium.
Semi-English. Then 11, 12?
In science.
Full English?
Science in full English.
Science is in full English. Okay. BSc?
BSc also in English.
Okay, great. So you did full English, I think 5 years? 3 years BSc and 2 years?
Okay.
11, 12, right?
Oh.
Great. That is, it's not a problem. That is what the condition of our society, okay? The environment where we born and brought up was in Marathi only, okay? Now interviewers are expecting good English. And they are getting people also.
Yes.
But we know this problem, right? So we should be dominating that. Correct, na?
Correct.
Now you got to know problem that hand is paining. So you should take tablets of hand. If you take tablets of eyes, then it will make a problem, right?
Okay.
Correct, na?
Correct.
So you got to know your problem.
Yes.
Fluency or pronunciations. Correct, na? That should be improved. Okay, don't say asked, no asked, asked.
In Maratha, there is a problem.
Yeah, that's problem. But say for job we need good thing, right?
Yes.
And that is done. You can do synonym, so you can do English, right? English is more simpler than synonym. Yes or no?
I think it is selenium is more simple than English.
But English you are learning from 11th, right?
You think that
See, 11, 12, BSc 1, BSc 2, BSc 5 years we are learning English, right?
we are yes,
So it's simple. Consider it as simple. And even if you don't agree to it, you have to agree because job need it. Wherever you are applying, needs it. But really, I'm seeing good improvement and good communication skill. Okay. So only I'm advising because our backgrounds are in that way.
okay, sir.
It is called MTI, Mother Tongue Influence. That should not be there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Correct, na?
I will improve, sir.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, everything is fantastic. Why to use locators in Selenium?
For locating web tables, any button or any ID, any checkbox is locating, then we use locators in Selenium.
Which are the locators available in Selenium?
There are two types of there are many locators just like ID, class name, CSS selector, linked text, partial linked text, XPath. These are the locators in Selenium.
Okay. Which one is better?
CSS selector is better.
Why?
CSS selector is faster. ID is also better. Class name is also better.
So everything is better?
No, everything is not better.
You keep on saying everything is better, right? Which is more better?
CSS selector.
Why?
It is faster than other.
That's what I'm asking. Why it is faster?
I am faster.
Okay, no problem. What is XPath?
XR is XML path. Extensively marked.
Okay, so can you speak something about XPath? What are the types of XPath?
Absolute XPath and relative XPath.
Then what is dynamic XPath?
Dynamic,
is it there or not?
Yes, there is.
So what is the difference between dynamic XPath and absolute XPath and relative XPath? Is it a valid question or invalid?
It's a valid question.
Go ahead then.
Dynamic XPath it is another name of the I think absolute XPath. Relative XPath.
Perfect. Okay, so there is nothing like three types of XPath: absolute, relative, and dynamic. Dynamic XPath comes under
relative XPath.
Perfect.
It is another type of another name of the.
Yeah. So can you tell me the difference between relative XPath and absolute XPath?
Absolute XPath is start with the HTML tag and ends with input tag, and it is absolute.
Ends with input tag. Always with the input tag.
Always with the input tag.
Okay, good. Yeah.
It is defined with all the root nodes of the HTML document.
Which one?
Absolute XPath. And dynamic XPath is just we need to create it. Just tag name @ID is equal to our tag name class is equal to. We need to create the.
And which is better and why?
It is a
absolute and relative XPath is there. Which is better and why?
Dynamic XPath.
Why?
Because dynamic XPath required less space in our program.
Why less space? Do you think that writing big line means problem, small lines means good thing? Is it like that?
No,
then
like that. But dynamic XPath is easy to find. Easy to find. Absolute XPath will create confusion.
Okay, so these are the basic questions. Okay, and very simple. See, always whenever you say that this, like, what is difference, you should say in absolute XPath you start with the root node. Okay, if any changes comes in between, then it makes a problem. But in dynamic XPath or relative XPath, it won't have problem. Less possibility of a problem because you are not starting from root node. You are starting from unique node.
Yes.
Got it?
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Coming to listeners, have you ever heard about listeners?
Yes, sir.
For what it is used?
It is performed actions on the basis of result of the test cases.
Okay.
Listeners are the class. I think class which can implement in our our test project. which perform actions on the basis of the result.
Okay.
iTest listener is one of the interface which can be used.
Any other listener you know?
No, we cannot.
Hmm?
No, we cannot hear about any other listener.
No. Okay. There is WebDriver event listener. What?
WebDriver event listener.
Yeah. So two types of listeners are there. One is for TestNG and another is for Selenium. Okay. Yeah. Some of them provided by TestNG. Some of them are provided by. Yeah. So what does this iTest listener do?
iTest listener is used for report generations, and on the basis of we can perform the on the basis of pass of the test case, we perform certain type of result by taking screenshot. On the basis when our test cases are failed, then we capture the screenshot on which method our test cases is failed. Certain type of action we can automate through iTest listener.
How to take screenshot?
Take a screenshot is the interface. We can use it.
Yeah. Don't say used. Say used.
Use.
बोलो एक बार.
Use.
Again.
Use.
Say asked.
Ask.
Very good. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. How to write screenshot test code?
Take a screenshot. It can typecast into driver is equal to it is equal to get a screenshot as output type is a file. Then we can perform.
You by hearted the code, right?
Huh?
You by heart the code.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. What is action class?
Action class is used when.
See, again you are saying used. Say used.
Use when we perform.
No, try to use say statement again. What is action class?
I will improve, sir. Then
no problem. We both are improving. I'm teacher, right? So I'll improve you. Don't worry. Say what is action class?
Action class is used for.
Very good. Now see, it is improved now.
Used for our
very good
keyboard action and mouse over action and automating on the web pages.
Very good. And what is actions class?
Action class. I do not understand the actions class.
Okay. Do you know properties file?
Properties file is no, sir.
No. Okay. Why do you use Excel sheets in Selenium?
For providing data, sir.
For providing
data.
Yes, correct. How to read Excel sheet?
By that XSF workbook class.
Which class?
XSF workbook.
Any other class? Which jar you need to put to perform the Excel sheet
Apache
reading?
POI.
Apache POI. Okay, good. Do you know weight types in Selenium?
Oh yes, implicit weight, explicit weight, fluent weight. Implicit weight are the weight for a certain time. We can define their units and their type. And the explicit weight are the condition bound specific weight, and we can and implicit weight, explicit weight, and fluent weight we can set a frequency with the help of fluent weight.
Which is better out of these three?
Explicit weight is better.
Okay. Which is better? Manual testing is better or automation testing is better?
I think automation is better because I have good command on automation.
That's why it is better.
That's why it is better for me.
For you, okay. But in industry, what is better? Automation testing or manual testing?
Automation testing is better.
Why?
Because it requires technical people. It no required to
So
hire.
what's the use of technical people? It requires technical people means it is good?
Yes.
Why?
It is less cost effective than we.
Less cost effective is not good.
It is help to organization, automating, time saving.
Okay. Yeah, time saving, very good. Any other point? Accuracy, efficiency. Yeah. So remember such points. Okay, you are very good. You know that. No problem. Okay, how to delete cookies for a browser?
Delete cookies. You think action alert class, huh?
Okay, alert class? No.
Driver dot delete all cookies.
Okay. How to run two test cases parallelly?
By creating XML file.
By creating XML file in which what you need to write in XML file?
Class name dot Method name dot class name.
There is a parallel, right? One parallel attribute is there in the XML at the top,
Yes, yes,
right now?
yes.
There you need to write one of the option. How to create groups in TestNG?
At the rate, we can group at the rate suit, at the rate for
No.
method,
At the rate test is there now. It has different attributes, right? Which attributes are there at the rate test annotation? At the rate test is there.
Yes.
Priority is there. We can
Yes,
write
yes, we
like
can
that.
say-
Which attributes are there at the rate test
Huh.
annotation has
Depends
which
on
priority?
method, depends on method, priority,
Hmm.
such type of attribute.
What is use of depends on?
If you perform certain action, certain method which depend on another method, then we use depends on, and in single in double concatenation the method's name. If you launch web browser, then we perform certain action, then we can use this type of either it depends on method.
Okay, one class has 5 test cases.
Yes.
I don't want to run 2 test cases of it. Okay.
Okay.
How to do that?
We can do by using enable is equal to false is one of the attribute usually in TestNG.
Okay. Yeah. Gajanan, do you think that to do automation testing, you should have knowledge of manual testing? Or it's not needed?
Yes, it is required. Manual testing concepts are also required for automating.
Why?
Because we perform manual tasks, and the manual task we need to automate in automation. The manual tasks which we are present, these tasks we need to automate.
Okay. So it is required.
It is required.
You cannot say that I know Selenium, but I don't know manual testing. That you cannot say, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We cannot neglect the manual testing concepts. We shall require the manual.
So while studying, how many test cases you have written?
I create one project near about 10 to 15 test cases we can.
10 to 15 test cases you wrote. Manual test cases, did you ever write?
No, sir, I don't.
Never.
Never.
But now only you said that manual testing is needed for automation testing. But you will try, right?
Yes, I will
Yeah.
try.
Okay. So my suggestion would be write down many manual test cases. That will be really good. It is required. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Will you do that now?
Yes,
Now in the sense after this interview,
I
when
will
you will
definitely
go
do,
to
sir.
home, really do that. What are the columns does the test cases should have
Columns.
in Excel sheet, right? What are the columns?
Serial number, username, password. These are the columns.
No, test case ID, then test case description,
Test
expected result,
Yes.
actual result, okay, remark. These are all things. Test steps. These are all things are needed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So will you remember?
Yes, sir.
Next is any framework you know in Selenium?
Frameworks are TestNG framework, BDD, BDD Cucumber.
BDD Cucumber. Why to use Cucumber?
For reducing the gap between technical people and non-technical people.
Okay. I would suggest you, if you are a fresher now, even if you skip this topic, no problem. Okay.
Initially, I doing this, but you can ask me framework about.
No, that is okay, but you can skip. Just I'm suggesting.
Okay.
You're good. You told that is correct. Okay. Now explicit weight is there and implicit weight is there. Okay. Which is better and when to use what?
Explicit weight is a condition bounding specific weight. When we does not find any locator in our web page or time is synchronization issues occurred, then we can go for explicit weight. And when we want to just wait command, then we implement implicit weight.
Okay, how you will get to know that how many test cases are passed and how many test cases are failed?
By seeing reports.
Yeah, where the reports are located?
In console or HTML.
In console you see reports?
There is in framework there is a test output folder.
Perfect.
In that folder we can check there is a link or there is a HTML. We can browse this link on HTML or our web browser. Then the report is occurred. In that report we can see.
Okay, can you explain your academic project? in your institute, Naresh IT is solutions you learned, right? So you might have done any academic project.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, can you explain that?
Project.
Anything, small thing, any small, any project name you can tell.
And there is a Parasoft bank application.
Okay, so it was bank application.
Uh,
Good. Go ahead.
there is username, password field, and button. The username is clickable or not, is disable or not, is visible
Very
or
good.
not, and then password is clickable. Password is entered or not. Password required special character. Initial character is
Okay, okay, great, great, great. Just one programming question I want to ask. I think you did logical practice. How to check odd and even number?
odd and even number by
You
by
understand my question, na?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Can you explain?
uh, by num is equal to num modulo 2 is equal to 0. If else
So,
condition we apply,
mhm.
and then if num modulo 2 is equal to 0, then we can and go through the even number, and then else this is odd number.
Perfect, perfect. But explain it in more defined way. Like whenever we see if this question I would have answered. Okay, how I would have answered. To check odd and even number, we'll be dividing by 2, and if remainder is 0, that means it is a even number. And in programming, we can do
Else
x mod 2 or any number mod of 2 equal to 0 means it will be an even number. Very good, very good. Yeah. So Gajanan,
Hmm.
I'm good. And want to give feedback also on this. Okay, correct. So you are good. I would expect you now feedback. This is feedback time. Okay, I'm okay. So in feedback, I will say you go through manual testing concepts more. Okay, I find yourself weak in manual testing. I want you to revise Java more.
Okay.
Okay, Selenium, you are good, really good, but take it to next level. Okay, rather I would say pause the study for Selenium. Don't study Selenium from today because you're good. What your fresher needed, but freshers also need what?
Improvement.
Manual testing and Java.
Java.
Got the point? Okay, so go ahead and read uh, manual. Okay, now they might have taught you a little less Java, correct? But that's not the case in market. You need everything in a Java. Okay, so Java, the manual testing will be doing. That is needed. Now don't read Selenium. Okay, and one more thing that is the most important that I already discussed in between. What? Communication. English communication. It's simple. Okay, don't worry. Don't feel like that you cannot do it. You can do. तर हे समझ लो
Yes, sir.
पक्का.
We need to.
तो अभी आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था? आपको लगता है इस इंटरव्यू से कुछ फर्क पड़ेगा?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
इससे कुछ फायदा होगा?
It is like test to give me. It
Okay.
is a practice for me.
Yes. चलेगा चलेगा. तर let's talk Marathi now.
Yes.
You are good in Marathi, right?
Yes.
तर तू BSc ॲग्री केलेला आहे तरी तुला काय त्रास गेला हे टेक्निकल मध्ये पडायला? तुझ्यासोबतचे मुलं वगैरे करत आहेत सगळे?
आम्ही डिग्रीला असताना 4 वर्ष कधी कॅम्प्युटर हातात धरलं नाही.
कॅम्प्युटर आजच नाही पकडलं होतं.
कॅम्प्युटर लॅपटॉप फक्त लास्टच्या सेमिस्टरला आम्हाला एक प्रोजेक्ट होता. त्याच्यात आम्हाला पीपीट्या बनवायच्या होत्या. जावा म्हणजे काय असते ते आम्हाला पहिल्यांदा कळालं. जावा म्हणजे एक बाईक असते फक्त माहित होतं.
जावाची जी बाईक असते आपली नाही का?
ती फक्त माहित होती तोपर्यंत. त्याच्यानंतर ऍग्री केल्यानंतर मला असं कळालं की इकडे इथं केलं तर आपण फक्त गव्हर्नमेंट जॉब करू शकतो. गव्हर्नमेंट जॉबला आज ह्यूज कॉम्पिटिशन आहे मार्केटमध्ये. मी माझ्या सिनियरकडे बघितलं की 4-4, 5-5 वर्ष डिग्री होऊन ते हे करायला येतं.
शेतीच करून राहिले.
नाही नाही, फेस करायला येतं जी की प्रॅक्टिस करून राहिले औरंगाबाद सारख्या ठिकाणी. म्हणजे बकळे इन्स्टिट्यूट आहेत ना तिथं की ते
युपीएससी एमपीएससी
युपीएससी एमपीएससी आयबीपीएस 4-4 वर्ष करू राहिले. गावाकडून काय पैसे पाठवत तिथं. आणि ते म्हणजे हिंडू राहिले औरंगाबाद मध्ये इकडे जाय तिकडे जाय असं. आणि मग मी म्हणलं आपल्याला करायचं तर आधी जॉब तर करायचा आहे. आणि आपण जर टाइमपास करत बसलो होतो इतकं काय हे नाही. आपण घर मिडल क्लास फॅमिलीतून बिलॉंग करत होतो. आपल्या पैसे एवढे पैसे नाहीत. मग आपल्याला जॉब करायचा आहे. मग मी असं सर्च केलं. त्यानं तोपर्यंत मला 12वी पर्यंत मला काही कळत नव्हतं. ऍडमिशन म्हणजे माझा नंबर लागला, राऊंड लागला, घरचे फार खुश होते त्यामुळे मी घेतलं ऍडमिशन.
बीएससी ॲग्रीला घेतलं.
घरचे म्हणले चला गड्या घरी शेती थोडी बहुत आहे करूच घरची शेती. नंतर कळालं हेच करायचं होतं तर मग मी शिकलो कशाला.
बरोबर आहे ना, ग्रॅज्युएशन केलं तू.
त्यानंतर मग मी म्हणलं काहीतरी टेक्निकल कोर्स करावा. त्यानंतर मग मला एका मित्रानं सांगितलं, म्हणजे लॉकडाऊनमध्ये फारच वर्क फ्रॉम होम चालू लागलं. तेव्हा मग काही इंजिनियर होते आमच्या शेजारी, ते आले होते. तर ते ते म्हणले, की आमचं सिव्हिलमध्ये झालंय, मात्र आम्ही हे केलं. त्यावेळेस फार हायरिंग होती लॉकडाऊनमध्ये.
खूप हायरिंग होती, बरोबर
खूप
आहे.
हायरिंग होती. ते सिव्हिलमध्ये पण असताना पण लागून गेले. तर ते म्हणले, "तू पण करून बघ, एक नर्स आयटीचा कोर्स आहे."
मग तू हैदराबादला गेला,
मग मी हैदराबादला
नरेश
गेलो.
आयटी म्हणून केलं. नाही, चांगलं आहे, चांगलं आहे. काहीतरी शिकला.
टेक्निकल काहीतरी शिकून घ्यावं म्हणलं. म्हणजे
तर आता
त्याच्याकडे
तुझ्या सोबतचे मित्र पण आयटी मध्ये आहेत की तूच आयटी मध्ये गेला तुझ्या क्लासमधून?
मीच माझ्या क्लासमधून
बाकीचे
सध्या
लोक आयटी
गेलेलो
मध्ये?
नाही. सध्या त्याला म्हणजे स्ट्रगलिंग फेज मध्ये आहे.
हो, मला
ज्या
माहिती
दिवशी
आहे
ज्या
तू
दिवशी
आयटी मध्ये जाण्याचा प्रयत्न करत.
हा ज्या दिवशी ज्या दिवशी जागेन त्या दिवशी त्याला वाटून कडे की हे सक्सेस झालं.
म्हणजे तू त्यांच्यासाठी एक्झाम्पल बनणार.
हा एक्झाम्पल
जर
बनणार.
तू आता चांगलं प्रिपरेशन करून दाखवलं, बरोबर, तर लोकांना माहिती पडेल की बीएससी ऍग्रिकल्चरला पण आयटी मध्ये जाण्याची संधी उपलब्ध आहे.
पण त्याला लॉट्स ऑफ टेक्निकल नॉलेज यू रिक्वायर्ड. म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला कॅम्प्युटर सुद्धा हँडल करता आलं पाहिजे. तुम्हाला कळलं पाहिजे माऊस काय असते, डेस्कटॉप काय असते, हे नाही विंडोज बार काय असते, विंडोज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टीम आहे, लिनिक्स आहे, युनिक्स आहे. ह्या टेक्निकल गोष्टी तुम्हाला पहिल्यांदा माहित पाहिजे.
कम्प्युटर माऊसच पहिले माऊस पकडता आला पाहिजे पहिले,
हा
कीबोर्डला बटन दाबता आल्या पाहिजे.
दाबता आल्या पाहिजे. तर त्याच्यामध्ये कोड काय आहे, मेथड काय आहे, डाटा टाइप्स काय
ते
आहे.
नंतरच आहे. पहिलं कम्प्युटरची बटन चालू करता आली पाहिजे,
हा
माऊस हलवता आला पाहिजे, बरोबर.
इथून बेसिक पासून गोष्टी सगळ्या अंडरस्टँड करता आल्या पाहिजे.
म्हणजे तुला असं म्हणायचं की बीएससी मध्ये तू कम्प्युटरच वापरलं नव्हतं?
बीएससी मध्ये फक्त लास्ट इयरला एक प्रोजेक्ट होता आम्हाला, जे पीपीटी तयार करायचा होता. त्यावेळेस फक्त आम्ही पीपीटी तयार करण्यासाठी, ते पण ह्याच्यावर एक्सेल शीटवर पीपीट्या टाईप करायच्या आणि हे करायच्या, प्रेझेंट करायच्या. तेवढा प्रोजेक्ट केला आम्ही. त्याच्या आधी आम्ही कधी कॅम्प्युटर वापरलं नाही. आम्ही बीएससी मध्ये
खरंच
chapter वापरलं.
तुझी स्टोरी खूप इम्प्रेसिव्ह आहे आणि मला फार आवडली. की आणि तुला जॉब लागणे हे पण आवश्यक आहे. जॉब लागल्यानंतरच
मी
लोक
त्याला एक
पण
एक्झाम्पल
तुझ्यावर
बनू शकन.
हा
त्याला एक एक्झाम्पल बनू शकन.
येस येस, त्याला एक्झाम्पल तू बनवू शकशील. तू लोकांसाठी एक्झाम्पल बनशील आणि खूप इझी जाईल लोकांना. लोक आज तुझ्यावर भरोसा नाही करणार की यार बीएससी ऍग्री केला, किती बेवकूफ आहे हा, आयटी मध्ये चालला, असे म्हणतील.
येस येस, तसे म्हणते. भरपूर जण म्हणते.
काय म्हणतात?
म्हणजे तू बीएससी ऍग्री केली, तू गव्हर्नमेंट जॉबची तयारी कर. मग आता मी बघितलं माझे सिनियर 4 वर्षापासून प्रिपरेशन करायचे.
तेच म्हटलं, पुऱ्या महाराष्ट्रात केवढे बीएससी ऍग्री असतील? माझ्याच नागपूरमध्ये कितीतरी निघत असतील, तुझ्या परभणीत अजून काही निघत असतील.
युनिव्हर्सिटीज आहे ना आमच्या.
तुमची युनिव्हर्सिटीज आहेत. ते समजलं ना. विषय कसा आहे की एवढं सोपं नाहीये.
एवढं सोपं नाही.
याच्यात 2च पुस्तक वाचायचे, 2-3 आपल्या सिलनेम मध्ये.
तुमचं जवाब आहे किरणचं पुस्तक फार चांगलं आहे.
पाहिला तू? तुला कोण
कोर
दिलं?
जवाचं पुस्तक.
तुला कोण दिलं?
मित्रापासून बघितलं मी.
ओके, नाही चांगलं पुस्तक आहे.
चांगलं
तेवढं पुस्तक
पुस्तक.
केलं
कोर
तरी
जवावर नंबर इंडस्ट्रियल कन्सेप्ट फार छान आहे.
त्याच्यामध्ये आपण पूर्ण इंडस्ट्रियल सांगितलेलं आहे.
फारच.
चांगला आहे. माझे व्हिडिओज पण आहे, तू बघू शकतो.
हो.
बट खरंच मला पण
जर कोणी बीएससीच्या पोराला जर टेक्निकल, म्हणजे त्याला वाटत असं आपली फॅकल्टी चुकली आहे, आपल्याला थोडं बहुत म्हणजे काहीतरी जॉब पाहिजे, तर त्याने पहिले फर्स्ट इयर पासून थोडं थोडं जरी वाचलं आलं तुमचं पुस्तक, लास्ट इयर पर्यंत त्याला बुक कन्सेप्ट अशा
3 वर्षात होऊन जाते, काही विषय नाहीये. बट तू गजानन, खरंच तू एक्झाम्पल बनू शकतो. माझ्या शुभेच्छा तुझ्यासोबत आहे. तू अभ्यास कर चांगला, आणि असं काहीच नसते जे पॉसिबल नसते. इम्पॉसिबल मध्येच म्हणतात ना पॉसिबल वर्ड आहे.
इनिशियल डे ला फार हेडाक झाला मला.
तुला त्रास गेला असेलच, ते समजूनच नसेल राहिला काही.
म्हणजे सोबत त्याचे बॅचमेट होते, ते म्हणते तिकडे कुठे जातो, बँकिंग कर, हे कर.
एवढं सोपं नाहीये बँकिंग वगैरे. आयटी मध्ये सोपं आहे. तू जरूर करिअर बनवू शकशील. असंही नाही मी म्हणत तुला की अतिशयोक्ती की तुला उद्या नोकरी लागेल. अजून 4 महिने लागू शकतात, 5ही लागू शकतात, 6ही लागू शकतात. बट सगळ्यात मोठी आयटीची खासियत ही आहे, स्किल्स पाहिजे, डिग्री नाही पाहिजे. एक दिवस असा येईल जेव्हा लोक कॉलेजेसच नाही राहणार, लोकांना डिग्रीची आवश्यकताच नाही पडणार. आजही बीएससी वाल्याला तितकाच पगार मिळतो जितका बी वाल्याला मिळतो. म्हणजेच बीएससी आणि बी सेम झालं. कॉस्ट कटिंग किती आहे बघ. बीएससी मध्ये कमी फी असते, बी मध्ये जास्त असते. बी मध्ये 4 वर्ष असतात, बीएससी मध्ये 3 वर्ष असतात. बीएससी साठी जास्त स्किल लागत नाही. तो जावा .NET वर आपलं मेहनत करू शकतो, जे तुम्ही नाही केली बट करू शकता. बी मध्ये अभ्यासच खूप राहतो. म्हणण्याचा अर्थ फ्युचर हेच आहे. कॉलेज डिग्री वगैरे काही नाही, प्रोग्रामिंग लँग्वेज शिका आणि तुम्ही सामोर जाऊ शकता.
आणि कम्फर्टेबल जॉब आहे आयटी मध्ये.
कम्फर्टेबल फार छान आहे. बट थोडी तुला मेहनत जरूर होईल. लोकांच्या बोलण्यामध्ये येऊ नका की नाही तू चुकीचं डिसिजन घेतोय.
कमी टाइममध्ये सक्सेस भेटू शकते तुम्हाला इथं.
येस 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 येस. तर मला तुला तेच सांगायचं आहे.
35 वर्षाची जर झाली, त्याच्यानंतर तुम्हाला गव्हर्नमेंट जॉब लागेल,
काही
त्यानंतर
मतलब
काय लाईफ बी काय जगणार तुम्ही. आणि जर का तुम्ही जर का 22 ते
लग्न
25
होईल,
मध्ये
पोरं होईल,
हा,
काय जेवण चालतं.
22 ते 25 मध्ये जर जॉब घेतला तर तुम्ही 5-6 वर्षामध्ये एक स्टेबल लाईफ जगू शकता ना.
तेच म्हटलं ना, लग्न होईल, पोरं होईल, त्यांना शिकवू
जर
शकाल बरोबर. नाही तू 35व्या वर्षी जर नोकरीला लागला तर ते काहीच नाही होणार.
32-35 वर्ष लागायचे सरकारी नोकरी लागायला.
त्या तू थकून बिन जाशील मग.
हो, त्याच्यानंतर काय 50 वर्ष लाईफ राहिली माणसाची.
तर तेच मला म्हणायचं आहे की इट्स गुड, बट डोंट बी अ लुजर. डिपेंड, तू माझी पण मदत घेऊ शकतो. मी पहिल्यांदा या इंटरव्ह्यूजमध्ये मराठीमध्ये बोलतोय आणि गजानन मला फार छान वाटलं की तू पण मला मराठी मिळाला, आपण बोललो. लोकांना पण समजेल आणि तुझ्या मार्फत मी सगळ्यांना हा संदेश देऊ इच्छितो की इट्स इझी, ही कॅन डू, यू कॅन डू, you will get success, that is also fixed because you are confident now,
Yes.
you are saying I'll get.
I will
So
get it.
जिसको लगता है ना कि नहीं मेरे को मिलेगा, उसको मिलता ही है. आधी जनता ऐसी जिनको लगता ही नहीं है कि नहीं,
है.
होप छोड़ दी उन्होंने.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आया ना.
हो, sir.
अब आप जो है ना, अगर यहाँ से यहाँ तक जा रहे हैं, आप यहाँ तक जा चुके, अब थोड़ा सा रास्ता बचा हो, उसको क्रैक कर दो, खत्म. अब यहाँ से वापस गए तो आपकी मेहनत वेस्ट हो जाएगी. डोंट बी बैक. पेविलियन में वापस अभी आपको नहीं जाना है, जरूर फायदा मिलेगा आपको. मैं मेरे तरफ से भी हेल्प करना चाहूँगा. आइए एक दिन, मैडम को मिलिए, बुक्स लेके जाओ, सिलेनियम का बुक ले जाओ, जावा का बुक ले जाओ, ठीक है. उनसे और मॉक इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल करो बिकॉज यू आर फ्रॉम अदर इंस्टीट्यूट. एंड मुझे सही में अच्छा लगा आपका, आपने मेहनत की, आप बीएससी एग्री होने के बाद भी इतना प्रयास कर रहे हो. मैडम को बोलो कि आपके इंटरव्यूज शेड्यूल करे. कौन से? मॉक इंटरव्यूज. तो बहुत सारे मॉक इंटरव्यूज यहाँ होते हैं, उसका भी आप लाभ ले सकते हो. सो I would say 2 books to you and mock interviews.
Thank you, sir.
4-5 mock interview आपके करके देता हूँ. That help I can do. Books also I can give to you. चलेगा?
Okay, sir.
ठीक है ना?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem. You can always come. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Gajanan. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.